Yesterday's crash, 38 billion ETH moved around. Is this the beginning of something big? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 standing live in Dubai. Yes, I am doing much better. I haven't slept as well as I'd like to, but I'm focused on getting the show out no matter what, and keeping myself perked up and ready to go and having a good time doing these shows, because I do have a good time having these shows. So I'm glad to be here. Okay, with that said, we're going to go over some interesting news. I'm going to give you my take on the news. Then we're going to do some TA and see if we could trade this mess of crypto and Bitcoin. And if you're interested in trading, you can do so at bybit.davincej15.com, right? A link is in the description below. You could also use this RNS davincej15.com to link to get some ID so that you can actually trade at Bybit and any other exchange that you choose without them saying, no, because you happen to be in the wrong country, you can't trade? What the heck is that? That's just wrong. That's just wrong, in my opinion. All right, with that said, some next gen coins, right? Yes, Pepe, it's coming back a little bit. That's okay. A little bit normal for these things to happen sometimes, especially on the breakout. You could say that this might be, a different type of downward trend. And so this could be the trend, and it's going to break further here. But yeah, I think it's already broken, and we're just waiting for it to set its sights on newer highs. The medieval empire coin, again, it's just coming back down because you know what? People are already, this is this position right here. Let's just draw it out right there. It is a little bit of resistance. So you can see it was support before, or support here, and now it's turned resistance as it support here a little bit, and now it's a little bit of a problem going back up. So that's okay. It will break through, and we'll see medieval empires at newer highs. And if I'm still playing that game, but right now I have to download the latest version and stuff like that. But anyways, orc, right? I told you guys, I told you to get an opportunity to buy some orc at the lows to see it move higher. And there we are. We are moving higher. It ain't over. It ain't over. The massive marketing campaign that's coming down the pipe will shock and awe you. Shock and awe. So don't miss out, right? Same with waffles, right? It's coming. They're coming. Don't waste this opportunity, right? Many, KOLs out there, they push some crappy meme coin and then they just forget about it. Don't even talk about it. Does that happen here? No. So you see the difference quality makes. All right, let's get on to the news. The economist Timmy Pearson, Bitcoin price could see 100K in 90 days. Yeah, it's possible, but We're going to go over the OpenSea's Wells notice, also the 38 billion in ETH in 24 hours, and a few other news articles here. This link is also connected to my public group, so you can check that out in the description below. Okay, let's start off with Mr. 100 is diving into Bitcoin dip again. This guy is buying the dips from the dips who sell on Bitcoin dips, right? Because that's where the volume is. You can't get 500 Bitcoin when price is going up, because you will be buying it, causing the price to go higher. So if you have money, you have to wait until people who are dumb enough to sell to you. So don't be dumb enough. Doesn't matter if global liquidity is increasing. Don't be selling your Bitcoin. Don't do that. Don't sell it to these guys. Because if this turns around, these guys are laughing at you because you sold it to them. A fixed supply asset to people to get unlimited supply asset. And those people are like, yeah, man, I printed a bunch of money and I got this fixed supply asset thanks to these dumbasses who sold it to me. Don't be that. All right? Altcoin Flash. Sell your house. Buy signal as Bitcoin slips below 60K. I don't know about that, right? Altcoins took a big blow to the wee hours of Wednesday morning after Bitcoin price slipped below 60,000 support level. Total crypto markets cap dropped by 6.7% as alts witnessed the double-digit losses. Nevertheless, several tokens have shown promises of rebounding and whale activity increases, giving investors a reason to sell their houses and bag more tokens. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't like have a house that's paid off, really. It is not a good idea. Most people don't understand why. It's a little bit complicated, right? But yeah, these cryptocurrencies can be very, very volatile and dangerous. Yes, there are lows and things are going to turn around, but I think you should be smart about it and not sell your house. But yeah, if you're buying Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, save Bitcoin for your retirement and that kind of stuff. Now, if you're going to sell your house to buy these assets, you have to be a lot more, what's it called? Strategic is the word. 38 billion in Ethereum in 24 hours. What's happening? Oof, yeah. What happened was during the crash, according to CoinGlass data, 24-hour trading volume of ETH skyrocketed 100% to a whopping $38 billion exchanged hands, man. Jesus, that is huge. That's why that huge movement, right, allows for corporations and institutions to buy. They can't buy when the market, oh yeah, there's only $1 billion of volume being moving around. That doesn't help them, right? They need to buy $1 billion worth, right? They can only buy $1 billion in this kind of market. So they create it. Just letting you know, that's how the world works. Okay, Telegram CEO Pavel Durov charged and released, barred from leaving France. Well, the good thing is he's released. So the chances are it's not going to be a squeeze here play. If they were squeezing him, he would have been still in jail. Just like, Andrew Tate was in jail for 6 months, right? He was actually being squeezed. So it looks like either he has been squeezed, right? And he's like, all right, just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I'll do whatever, right? And they've released him, right? But, he can't leave the country. Or it's not a squeeze. We don't know until, we'll see what he does, right? Does next, right? Maybe he found out that they actually crashed his network and he's like, okay, I'll do whatever, right? You crashed my ton network. Whatever, dogs, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I won't go into that, but the offline network, maybe permanent uptime isn't a Web3 thing after all. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Ton isn't the only blockchain to go offline hours at a time. Maybe that's okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. Wow. So it is not okay that these things go down, right? Because this is where transactions occur, right? And people need to transact 24/7, right? So for example, can you imagine if cash money, paper cash, you're like, yeah, you know what? We can't really transact in paper cash for an hour right now because, it's offline. That wouldn't quite work, right? So you have to see it from that perspective, right? Crypto and blockchain inherit a lot of big tech-centric Web 2, including semi-regular downtime. Oof, yes, oof. On October 4th, 2021, Facebook went offline for about 7 hours, the same amount of time that Telegram-linked blockchain Ton just spent offline. I remember yesterday that they were offline when I was doing the video, and so it was another 3 hours before it was 5 hours at the time that I started the videos, so it went another 3 hours before, 2 hours before they actually were back up and running. So interesting. I guess the French government might have had something to do with that and said, okay, you want out? You want your network back up? Just kidding. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. Looks like the OpenSea marketplace receives a well notice from the SEC saying, oh, you're selling securities, which is BS, right? Honestly, I spoke to I spoke to somebody who's who provides regulatory clarity for companies so they avoid the SEC coming down on them. You know what he said? He said, everything is a security. So they can argue everything to be a security. I mean, you know what? Even though he didn't exactly say that, he practically did, right? Because he just danced around the truth, right? That at any point in time, they could say anything's a security and you're screwed. I'm like, no, wait a second here. That's the case. When I told him that, right? And he finally kind of like said, yeah. So I'm figuring he doesn't have a job if you really understand that that's the case. I don't think OpenSea did anything that's selling anything that's a security. It is like selling baseball cards, having a website to sell baseball cards and charging them for securities fraud. This is ridiculous. Stop the nonsense. All right, with that said, we're going to be doing some TA, and if you're interested in trading, get over to bybit.davincij15.com. Link is in the description below. Let's see what we can do here. Oh my God, Bitcoin, why you have to go and do that? All right. Well, the good thing is it continued to, it wiped out anybody who tried to go long here, thinking, yeah, I'll put my stop losses down here where this is. So that means we're probably going to head higher here from here and maybe test the top of the range, which is the almost the $62,000 area. You can see that that is the support level that turned into now back to resistance because there was resistance back here. So with that said, we can see that there's probably a gap from the CME gap here. If there is a gap, yes, I thought so. Gappity gap, and right at the levels, which is there's the resistance now, the support that's now resistance. Okay, so there we go. So you can see what Bitcoin's going to do next, right? It's an easy win for you, right? It's I don't think it's going to break down from here. It's going to come back at least up to here before it actually breaks down. So there you go. Looking at Ethereum is looking the same way. We are looking to break higher here, probably break this support level and head back up to the top of the range here before we break down. Of course, it still has to break through the support level, but it looks like it wants to do that at this point in time. So yeah, if you're interested in trading this, I would suggest you wait for it to retrace a little bit more, most likely back to the 50%, and then head back higher so at the $2,471 level is where you look to get into an entry to see if you can take this to 2 to 1, right? So right up just before the resistance, and see it then move your stops to break even and see if you can get this thing going even higher. So there it is. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I did, and I'm going to be doing some questions and answering some questions at the end of the show for my private audience. Yes, I'm closed off the private group for a while. I don't know if I'm going to open it. I'll let you know if I do open it up again for you guys to get into the private group. All right, thanks for watching, and cheers. Peace.